Hi everybody, Jay Lamb, Nick Pond. We're back at HQ. We have been all over the country in the last 3 weeks, going to races. It's just been bananas. So Nick was in Denver, I was in Chicago. We're going to knock them off at the same time. All right, Chicago, here's what happened. Kind of a LeMons race. You show up in a Porsche that you put a Chevy motor in, you're going to have a bad day. You show up in a GTI that hasn't run in 20 years, you're going to have a bad day. You show up with a Leaning Tower of Pisa on your car, you're going to have a great day. And you cover your Porsche with buffalo skins and horns, great day. And you piss off Judge Keith and he makes you do the bikini car wash, great day for everybody else. The winner overall was a Chevrolet Camaro, car 36, save the Tatas. They worked really hard, they deserve it, blah, blah, blah. But now we've been saying for 7 years, Chevrolet Camaro will never win this race. We've had hundreds of them. They have all been a disaster. Okay, one finally won, and we're willing to admit that, hey, a Camaro has stepped up to the plate. All the Camaro fans came out and said, oh man, we told you that is the greatest sports car ever made. LT1, woo! So here is a list of cars that beat the Chevrolet Camaro to first place that have already won the race. Toyota Corolla, Dodge Neon, Toyota Supra, BMW E28, Mazda Protege, Acura Integra, Mazda RX-7, Mazda Miata, Toyota FX16, Geo Metro, Ford Mustang, BMW E30, Toyota Celica, Honda Civic, Volvo 240, Nissan 200SX, Saab 900, Ford Taurus, Honda CRX, Nissan Sentra, Mercedes S500, Nissan 300ZX, VW Golf, Mitsubishi Mirage, Alfa Romeo GT V6, Ford Probe, Mazda MX-3, Datsun 280ZX, Mercedes-Benz 300e, Alfa Romeo Milano, Ford Model T beat the Camaro to the win. BMW E34, Saab 9.3, Honda Accord, Mercury Cougar, Fiat X19, and Chevrolet Monte Carlo. So, Camaro guys, congratulations, well done.
Now, meanwhile, back at Denver at the B.F.E. GP, we had guest Judge Mary, who was expecting twins, and so, as a penalty, she had our racers create a baby book for her upcoming offspring. And they made a great baby book. It had baby's first crash, baby's first LeMons race, baby's first road beer. It was great. There were some awful cars there. There was a 928 that smoked up the joint for the entire time it ran, although Judge Phil found that amusing, gave it Judge's choice.
That's expensive German oil, by the way.
Absolutely. Toyota Celica had a GM supercharged V6. They were going to dominate. They were butt terrible. This being way out Deer Trail, Colorado, they got a lot of meth there. So there was a good Breaking Bad theme, executed perhaps a little bit too realistically.
That wasn't a costume.
Yeah. There's a team out of California that has two Toyota MR2s, and now they have discovered that if you take the back of an MR2, the front of a Corolla, you got two engines, twice the power, twice the performance. Now, there are a lot of teams in LeMons that whine and complain, we cannot get our BMW running. And that's a car, one engine. They got two cars, four engines, ran great, won their class, hella sweet.
Okay, here's your winners. All right, back in Chicago, which is the great Midwest, we had the Jerry Lundegaard G-Mac Financing Award. That had to go to these guys. Party Sheep, they brought this old Cutlass Sierra. I mean, it was down to the hubcaps, right out of somebody's grandma's front yard. It was spectacular.
Heroic Fix at Denver went to Petty Cash Racing. They normally race a Jeep Cherokee, and they got a BMW E30 so they could dominate and win. By the end of the weekend, they were fixing their hubs with pieces of soda can and gum, as opposed to dominating and winning, but they got back out. Heroic Fix.
Yeah, now the I Got Screwed was pretty good at Chicago. This was the Schnitzelwagen. They got this horrible Volkswagen Squareback. They were dominating. They were 20 laps ahead of Class C at the end of Saturday.
This car is gonna dominate!
I mean, that car was just going like clockwork. Saturday night, guys are working on it. They go, hey man, we got a little extra travel in this throttle. We can get even more power out of it.
Go wide open.
Judge Sam was like, no, dude, like, that's a bad idea. Leave well enough alone. They didn't listen to him. The car was wide open. Lasted about a lap on Sunday. Parts everywhere, liners, pistons. It was really bad. So they totally got screwed.
The Denver equivalent of I Got Screwed was the horrible K car that keeps showing up. Now, Judge Phil before this race told these guys, hey, if you guys finish in the top half, chances are I'm going to give you IOE. Now, Denver's slightly smaller field, less competition. All you got to do is finish like 30th and you've got it in the bag. Did they finish in 30th? Negative.
No, they did not.
Yes, they finished very close to last and they got screwed.
The organizer's choice in Chicago was Charnel House. They have this fantastic Taurus SHO mid-engine powered Geometra. But what they did this time, they got the GoPro knockoff Pikes Peak Super Rally Car theme, and they worked it so hard they even had the autograph table / splitter on the bottom. That was spectacular. Organizer's choice.
The org choice in Denver went to a team that has two, not one, but two AMC products, a Marlin and a Pacer. Now these guys have to hold the LeMons record for the slowest pit stops we've ever seen. It's like, well, what do you guys wait for? Like, oh, we were going to put a quart of oil in it, and Steve went off to get some oil, and we think he might have stopped for some chili dogs on the way, but he'll be back, and then we'll get running again. We thought that was great. That's the kind of attitude we like. Organizer's choice.
And IOE at Chicago, the top award, Mercury Bobcat. You bring a Mercury Bobcat, you finish in the top third. I mean, you just walk away with it. So there you go, Futility Motorsports.
Maybe even more obvious was the IOE winner for Denver, Rocket Surgery Racing. They told us this car was coming. It was one of those we'll believe it when we see it situations. This is a car we've always wanted to see. Everybody's always wanted to see on a road course. Checker Marathon Taxi. They had the taxi theme, the Christopher Lloyd outfits, and it was just so awesome. Car ran the whole weekend. Slam dunk IOE.
That's it. 2 races down. LeMons in a nutshell right here.